So you've decided that it's time to buy a house, but are unsure of where to start. Well, stick around, because in this video, I'm covering how to buy a house. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to Sun City Living. If you've never seen any of my videos, my name is Teresa Ramirez, and I am a real estate licensed professional with Clearview Realty here in the El Paso area. So today we're talking about how to buy a house. This is one of the questions that I get asked the most. How long does it take? Where do I start? So in this video, I'm gonna break down the steps to get you to home ownership. All right, so the first step is gonna be to meet with your real estate licensed professional. During this meeting, you're gonna discuss things like what location you're looking for, how many bedrooms you need, what amenities are a must-have for your next home. It's also great to sit down with your realtor and make sure that you guys have great chemistry, since you guys will be spending time together looking at homes. A quick little tip that I do wanna add for buyers is that when you hire a real estate agent to help you find your next home, it is gonna be free to you. 90% of the time, I should say 99% of the time, our commission is covered by the seller, which means that you get to use our services at no cost to you. The second step is going to be to start the pre-qualification process. It's important to sit down with your lender and really just talk about affordability. We want to know exactly where you're comfortable payment-wise so that we're not looking for houses that are going to be unobtainable for you. Once we know exactly what price point we're looking at and you're going to be 100% with that payment, now comes the fun part. Step number 3 is searching for homes. This is by far my favorite part of the process. I love to take buyers out and help them find their next home and see the look on their faces when they find the one. In this step, it's important that you are working with an agent that is knowledgeable in the area so that they can show you different kinds of options, whether it be resale, new construction. You wanna see everything that's out there because once you get a house under contract, you wanna make sure that it's the house. So you found the perfect house, and now that brings us to step number 4, and that is to make an offer. During this step, you and your agent will sit down and discuss the price and the terms that you want to offer on the house. It's important that you're working with an agent that is knowledgeable in the area and can advise you with regard to market values. You want to make sure that your offer is competitive so that you have the best chance of getting the home. Step number 5, negotiations. During this step, the seller has the opportunity to counter back on the offer you made. They can counter back on price or any other term within the contract. So it may take a couple of tries of going back and forth. This is, however, very common in our industry. So please don't get discouraged. It's a matter of making sure it's a win-win for you and the seller as well. So you and the seller have agreed on the price and terms of the contract. Congratulations. This now brings us to step number 6, and we are officially in escrow. During this step, earnest money is deposited to the title company, and now it's time to fulfill the obligation of what was agreed upon in the contract. You can now order inspection and negotiate any kind of repairs that we will be asking the seller to make. During this step, I also encourage you to sit down with the lender and provide any kind of documentation that they are needing to continue on with your approval. Step number 7 consists of finalizing the details. This includes finalizing your loan and providing any kind of last-minute paperwork that the lender is needing from you, and also meeting any kind of conditions that they have set. In this step, we will also order and receive appraisal to assure that the value of the home and the sales price of the home match up. The last and final step is closing. Yay, you made it to closing! This usually takes place at the title company where you will sign a bunch of paperwork. Then the lender will transfer the funds to the title company and the title company to the seller. You will then be able to get your keys and be able to go and start moving in because you are officially a homeowner. The last question that I want to address is, how long does all of this take? Well, I can tell you for our market here in El Paso, it'll take about 30 to 45 days from the time that the house goes under contract. This means that from the time that the seller and yourself agreed on the terms, it'll take about 30 to 45 days to close the loan. I have seen some lenders do it in less time, and I have seen it take a little bit more time. It really just depends on how smooth everything goes throughout the transaction. All right, guys, so if you'll be moving to El Paso, or if you're thinking about moving to El Paso, I invite you to check out my video 5 reasons why you should move to El Paso, linked down in the description box. I also invite you to subscribe to my channel, Sun City Living, where all I do is talk all things real estate here in the El Paso area. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.